5% or more success in some area of your life? Brilliant. So am I correct to say if you want to have 5% or more success in some area of your life, you've got to do something new? Okay, let me just correct like she says. When I ask a question, the answer is yes, and it has to be loud. So I'm going to repeat it again. If you want to have 5% or more success in some area of your life, you've got to do something new. Am I right?
Yes.
Perfect. We all have stories. Stories which are nasty, which create negativity, anger, resentment. But yet some of us like to hold on to it than to let it go. The thing is that when you hold on to this anger, we feel that we've got the power over the other person with whom we are angry. We feel that as long as we are holding on to that anger, we can say or do whatever we want to. But the fact is that with that anger that you've got, you are not serving any purpose other than that you're hurting the people who you love the most. They say anger, holding on to anger is like having poison and hoping the other person to die. Wayne Dyer, a very good motivational speaker, he's dead now, he once said, "It is not the bite of the snake that kills the person." I repeat, it's not the bite of the snake that kills the person, but the poison that goes into the person. When we hold on to anger, it is the poison that we are holding on to. And that is killing us slowly. And I know that because for 17 years of my life, I was holding on to that anger. It was in 1996, I was in business with my cousin. We were in garments. We used to import garments from Pakistan, and I used to sell them over here. I didn't know much about accounts or anything, so I gave him the control to manage the banking. And it was midsummer, we were getting ready for our holidays, and I decided to go and withdraw some cash. So I went to the bank to take some cash out and gave the check to the teller. That time we used to write checks and, cash out. It's not that system now. And she looked up to me, she knew me quite well, and she just said that, "I'm sorry, Mr. Cheval, the account is closed." And for a moment, like she must be joking around. So I said, "Can you just please check, stop joking, I need to take some cash out." She says, "No, Mr. Cheval, the account is closed. Your other partner has closed the account and withdrawn all the cash. He's transferred their cash." I couldn't believe it. But then I asked her, the manager confirmed it. At that very moment, a lot of thoughts went through my mind. How do I get the cash? I didn't have any cash. I was new into this country. I'd just been here about 4 or 5 years. So my fear was that I don't have any cash. What am I going to do? We were planning to go for holidays. We didn't have cash for that. But anyway, the thing was that how do I tell my kids about that? What do I tell my wife about it, what my cousin has just done? Lots of thoughts going through my mind. The first thing I did was I picked up the phone and called my aunt, who she used to treat me as her own son. We were first cousins. I was doing business with my first cousin. I didn't get anywhere. So I called up my siblings, my brothers. Didn't get anywhere from there. I eventually called up my parents and didn't get anywhere from there. I was all alone in this country with 2 kids, wife, and we didn't even have money for the next day. That is when I came across a quote, and I want you all to write this down. It's very good. It's 2 letters, 10 words. If it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me. There is no one else who is going to help you to take that next step. You need to do it yourself. I was lucky enough, a friend of mine came over. He was there to help me out. That's how I got into real estate. I started working with him, and I was managing his properties, and slowly I started buying property. I got into it. And By 2007, we had another recession, a banking recession that came. Most of the banks were crashed, mortgages were not being. So we ended up having that recession, and in that recession, I again lost a lot financially. Not knowing what was actually happening with me, because that was my third time I went down, and I needed to know what was going on. So I was in Dubai that time, and I came across this amazing lady, Zarina Helani, who was an EFT specialist. So she, yeah, yeah. Ah, that's me. Right. So Zaina kind of like helped me out with my emotions, the energy that was, I was full of negativity, lost a lot of money again, didn't know what to do. And I was just pointing fingers to everybody. My cousin did this to me, my parents did this to me, and now finally the government has done the same thing to me. Everybody was against me over there. So she helped me out to kind of like, has anybody heard of EFT? Yeah? EFT is a technique, it's emotional freedom technique, they call it. They tap the meridian points, it's known as tapping, and it kind of like balances your energy around. Fascinated by that, after literally 10 hours of that working on me, I wanted to know how the energy could change so quickly. So I was sitting at Dubai airport, getting ready for my flight back, doing a search on YouTube. I came across this program, You Are Born Rich. And that was a program by Bob Proctor. I don't know if anybody knows who Bob Proctor is. He's an amazing coach. And I saw the whole thing of 10 hours of it on the plane and then back into London. And all it said was that it had to do with your mind. And I was fascinated by it. I did another search on him and I came across the movie The Secret. If you all have not seen the movie, it's about 10 years old now, maybe more than that. You must see The Secret. It's a very, very good movie. It talks about the law of attraction. So after looking at that, it was something that I felt that I needed to catch up. I needed to meet Bob Proctor. Law of attraction, I made that decision. I wanted to meet him. But what happened was I got onto his coaching course. And after a year, literally, I got an opportunity to go to Toronto and be with him for 7 days. And that's when all the magic happened with me. I learned about gratitude, the benefits of gratitude. I learned about love. And not just giving love, but loving yourself first. The importance of loving yourself. We find it so difficult to say, I love you. Looking at yourself in the mirror and saying that word, I love you, is the most difficult thing. And yet we expect everybody else to love us, when you can't love your own self. The third thing was forgiveness. Wow, that was bad. When I was made to forgive my cousin for what he did, and when I was made to forgive my aunt, my brothers, my sisters, my parents for whatever they did to me, that was bad. I was bawling down when, that was going on. After that, wanting to know more about it, I came across an author, Jack Canfield. He's written many books. Chicken Soup for Your Soul is one of them. They've sold millions and millions of copies all over. It's an amazing book. I got trained by him in the Train the Trainer. I did his training course. And still I wanted to know more. And then that's when I did my NLP. I became a master practitioner. I'm a hypnotherapist. Don't worry, I'm not going to hypnotize you guys over here. And I did timeline therapy, and that's when I started getting into the coaching business. I studied Byron Katie, Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, Wayne Dyer. These are all of them, all to talk about mind. But they all say one thing. You become what you think about. Whatever you think about is what you're going to become. These are the 4 people who have actually changed my life. Zarina Helani was the first one. That's Bob Proctor over there. That's Jack Canfield. And that's David Shepard. There's a 5th one, which I haven't managed to put. That's Simone, the one who organizes this, the main person of this event. Good friend of mine, and he helped me out even quite a bit. So we become what we think about. But where do we get all the information from? How do we become that? That is the most important thing. 280 days approximately from the day you were conceived. You were born and you took your debut onto this planet Earth. You came here with what was known as just an empty hard drive. That's you. All ready to go. Empty hard drive, nothing else, but all you had were these 5 faculties. Touch, hear, see, smell, and taste. And that was through which you are going to fill up your what is known as now. Well, as you're growing up, you're taking all the information from TV, what Theresa May is saying right now, what's going to happen with Brexit, what Donald Trump is going to go and do now next. So all that information, negativity is coming to us through TV, through newspaper, through what people are talking. And then, of course, our parents. We grew up in an environment where there was always scarcity, so there was never money around. Whenever I asked for money, money doesn't grow on tree. How many of us have heard that? We all have heard, Do you know how hard I have to work to earn that money that you want? That's the environment I grew up with. My grandparents. Your dad has to work so hard to get what you want. Finish the food. There are people in Africa that are dying. That's what's happened now. All their food is coming out. So we become what we've been. We become the habitual of our people around us. So how does that happen? Till the age of 8, 7 or 8, all that you have is a subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is taking all the information that your parents and your seniors or peers have given you. You take all that information and that is stored with there. After the age of 8, you get what is known as a conscious mind. This is the thinking mind. This is where you make decisions. This is where you choose what you want. This is where you accept or you reject. That's where everything originates. All your ideas, all your thoughts originate through your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind, which is this, it stores all the information that you've gathered over the period, and as you grow old, it cannot reject. It must accept whatever information you have given it. The most important thing is that it does not know the difference from real to imagination. It cannot tell the difference. Your subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between real to imaginations. That is why when we always say in personal development, you've got to visualize what is it that you want. When you have a nightmare, your subconscious mind does not know whether it's really happening or you're going through a nightmare. That's why one of the reasons when we get up, we have palms are sweating. Our heart is beating. It's a habitual mind. It takes all the information and it keeps you alive. Your heart beats because of your subconscious mind. It knows exactly what temperature your body needs to be at. It can do over 1 trillion jobs, 1 trillion things at any given time. But your conscious mind can only do between 7 to 9 things. Only 7 to 9 things. That's why Caroline made a mistake over here. Because her mind was doing onto the 10th thing and she made a mistake with the intention. Unlike your subconscious mind, when you're sleeping, it's working for you. It's keeping you alive. And it's a habitual mind. You cannot change it. Once you have learned something, it is there with you. And that's one of the reasons when, I mean, can you imagine if you have to relearn every day you get up in the morning how to walk? That's why. Once you've learned, it's there in your system and it works with you. You get up in the morning, you walk because you've learned how to walk. You get up in the morning, you pick the glass up or the bottle up because you know how to do it. So the child has learned, and that's the whole purpose of the subconscious mind. Now, is that all I've got? Okay, so this was this amazing chess player, Orion Hudson. And he said, the secret to success is like a combination lock. If you know the combination, it doesn't matter who you are, what color you are, what religion you are, the lock has to open. Am I right? If you know the combination to a lock, that lock has to open. So what I'm going to share with you today is that secret to success. In 2008, I had lost virtually everything of mine. 2010 is when I met Bob Proctor, and I changed my life. It was in end of 2010 when Jack Canfield showed me the success secret. I learned that thing and I'm applying on it. And in 9 years' time, not 9 months, 9 years' time, I am back with my real estate. I am back onto it. So I am going to show the same secret. This secret is such that you can apply it literally on anything of yours. Anything. It's not only real estate, whatever you want to do, you can use it for. So it's very, very simple. There's an E. I want you to write it down. And then followed by an acronym, TEAR, T-E-A-R. The E stands for an event. T stands for thought. E stands for emotion. A stands for action. R stands for result. Event are things that happen outside us. They can be your past. They can be your siblings. They can be your parents. They can be the weather. It can be the prime minister. It can be taxes, whatever that is outside you, which is a fact that can be proven. Or somebody has said something to you. That itself is a fact that can be proven, is an event. When an event has taken place, it is absolutely neutral. It has got no meanings to it. What people tell you, what is happening to you, or what others are doing has got no meaning. This event that you're over here has got no meaning other than the meaning that you're going to put to it. Me speaking has got no meaning other than the meaning you give to my speaking. You all may have different meanings about it. And that meaning is going to create a thought. It is that thought which then creates an emotion, how you want to feel about it. You want to be motivated or you want to be demotivated. Once that motivation is there, that emotion takes place, which is the vibration in your body, you have what is known as an action. And your action then creates your result. Eventually, your result will be the same as your thought, which has gone wrong something. Okay. So let's start this. Event, you want to start your business. How many of you all would like to start their own business? Perfect. How many of you all are ready to start your own business? Good. But there are a few hands. Your thought is, I don't know how to start. I am scared. What if I lose money? What am I going to do? If I start business, I lose money, what are other people going to tell me? Your emotions is frustration, doubt, fear, anxiety. Your action is procrastination, and you will justify that action of yours why you don't want to start. Eventually, that becomes your reality. you will not start your business. Your belief and thoughts create your feelings, feelings create your action, which create the result. Your result is created by your thought, which is your belief. And if you keep that in a loop, you will begin to believe that. So now let's change that, and let's look at it from the future side. You want to start a business. But if you are going to take reference from your past, which you were doing before, you're going to get the same story. So now you want to start a business. What are you going to do? This is where I want the audience to participate. So what thought are you going to have? Yeah. It's got to be a sentence. You have a business. So I want, you have a business. Perfect. Yeah. Anyone else? What do I do next? Right? You could get in touch with Michelle, who's the next speaker. She's going to put you into that track. That could be your next thought. Oopsie, giving away the cat. So your thought could be, I could ask Michelle, or, I'm going to do something which is automatically going to create a positive vibration. Once you've got that positive vibration, the reason why I'm saying that you need to create from the future, because in future, you have what is a blank slate. There is nothing on it. That page is blank over there. If I am to create my future on this page, it's not going to come out. It's all scribbled. I need a new page. I need a blank page. And the only way you can have that is in the future. You create your path. Yes, you will fall down, but you can get up. If you create from the future, you fall down and it's going to be, oh, I hurt myself, so I'm not going to do it again. So you create from the future, and you find everything. Get in touch with Michelle. She'll show you everything, how to do it with her HR. So basically, it's very simple. Your thoughts create your results. Your thoughts from the past will create results from the past. New thoughts from the future will create new results. It's simple as that. I don't know how to start a business. That's an old thought. Change it. I know how to start a business, and you will start a business. So really, what is holding us back over here? Like he says, it's the story. The story that we have. The old bullshit story that we keep telling ourselves that we can't do it. And that's what it is that holds us back. Isabel Gordon, she's an EFT specialist. She's a matrix re-imprint person. Amazing. She changed her life completely. I feel like a different person. I'm no longer willing to compromise. Rutaba Khan, she's a clinical psychologist. These are all my clients, right? You have assisted me in finding my strength. Ritu Sharma, she's a motivational speaker, trainer, and author. Therapists need therapy. Coaches need coaching, healers need healing. She's a solicitor, she's a lawyer. Caroline Newman. King is standing over there. Sorry about that. So, yeah, I was feeling scared and worried about the past business matters. That didn't work. You see, she was taking reference from the past. The moment she flipped over and took from the future, everything changed. That's Luke Scott. He's an international speaker. I've got that on a video, which I'll play for you.
Hi, my name is Luke Scott. I'm an international speaker, and
Good.
I've been working with Aslan now. I've done it for a while, and it's really cool because I go to a lot of seminars and I teach mindset. Aslan's been in the game for such a long time. He's a real veteran of this, and the stuff he knows about how the mind works. For example, I did a session with Aslan just a few weeks ago, and he looked at things in a new way. I've had a lot of sessions, a lot of healing, a lot of courses and stuff. But things really shifted, especially around my relationship with my family, with my mum in particular. There's a big shift, literally just after one session with her. So if you're maybe at a place right now where you are stuck, maybe you've got something in your mind that you want to change, maybe you've got some habits, something that's not serving you right now, Aslan is definitely the guy that can help you shift that. So if you're thinking about working with him, maybe you're just kind of trying to decide, definitely do it, you won't regret it.
Okay, so I'm coming to an end over here, and as always, speakers like to give something away. What I would like you to do is I'm willing to give a free discovery session to anyone who signs up today. It's a free session, and you will go away. Once you have the session, you will discover yourself, who you are, what you want to achieve, and what are the challenges that are holding you back. If you all want to start your own business, whatever it is, definitely book a session out with me. It is free, and you will only get things out of it. Okay, thank you very much. I hope it has been beneficial.
Do you want to share any more? You've got a few more minutes.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, there's one slide that you put. We'll do questions at the end. We'll do a panel session at the end, and he'll be able to answer any questions you have.
Okay,
specifically.
yeah.
So keep it for
See, the most important thing which I was doing till I met Bob, I was trying to build myself up from the past. And that was one of the reasons I was constantly failing. Every time I was making money, I was blaming somebody else, and I would go and sabotage myself up. Yeah. And it's when I realized that you need to look into the future and take everything from there. Because there is no reference over there, you create your own path. It's like, you're in a jungle, and you need to create a new path to go there. If you're walking on the old one, it's the same thing. Yeah. Like they always say, if you follow the masses, sometimes the aim is silent. Yeah, so you've got to create something new for yourself. And the only way you can do it is have a fresh page, completely fresh page. In our school, F was failure. Red color was failure. We had to be successful. We had to be passed in order to be appreciated. We were not told to fail. And I personally think now is fail and grow. Failing is so much better. You learn so much. So yeah, fail and grow. Don't expect to become a millionaire overnight. It's nice to, but then you've got no benchmark. You don't appreciate it. I appreciate my 4 million more than the 10 million I lost. So yeah. Thank you.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, isn't it? He's lovable, isn't he?